Tonight, I want you to forget who you think you are. Forget what the world has told you. Forget the figures in your bank account. Forget the unpaid bills, the doubts, the noise. I want you to listen with the ear of the Spirit, not with the ear of the world. Because what I'm about to share is not just a speech, it is a revelation. It is the eternal law that has been written into your soul from the very beginning. You are already a millionaire. Yes, right now, in this very moment, you are rich beyond measure, if only you would dare to assume it. The only question is, can you accept it? Not logically, but emotionally. Can you feel it with such conviction that your entire body relaxes into the reality of your new life? Because the world does not respond to what you want. It responds only to what you are. So when I say, I am a millionaire, I am not speaking of some distant wish. I am declaring an eternal truth, a fact of consciousness that must, by law, manifest itself in this world. You see, the outer world is nothing more than a reflection of your inner state. Whatever you hold to be true in your imagination will become true in your experience. Not because it might, not because it could, but because it must. The imagination is not a fantasy machine. It is the creative power of God Himself in you. The day you begin to accept your imagination as the one and only reality, you will understand the simplicity of wealth, the ease of abundance, the effortless grace of living as a millionaire. Let me ask you this. What does it feel like to be a millionaire? Not to pretend, not to hope, but to know that it is already so. Can you imagine walking through your day, feeling calm and confident, because you know your financial success is secured? No fear, no striving, just an inner stillness, a radiant poise. That is the secret. That is the key. For wealth is not something you chase. It is something you align with, something you accept and embody. Each night, as you lay in bed, I want you to say it aloud or silently within yourself. I am a millionaire. But don't say it like a beggar knocking at a door. Say it like a king returning to his throne. Say it with conviction, with faith, with joy. Let the words sink into your subconscious. Let them become your lullaby. Because the subconscious mind is the womb of creation. Whatever you impress upon it consistently will eventually be born into the visible world. Most people repeat the opposite. They say, I don't have enough. Money is hard. Life is unfair. And then they wonder why their circumstances never change. But you are not most people. You are awakening. You are remembering who you truly are. A being of infinite power, infinite worth, and infinite wealth. And so tonight, you change your story. Tonight, you plant new seeds in the fertile soil of your imagination. Tonight, you assume the feeling of the wish fulfilled. It does not matter what the facts say. The facts are simply shadows. They are the echoes of previous states of consciousness. If you persist in the assumption that you are a millionaire, the facts will rearrange themselves accordingly. Your job is not to figure out how the money will come. Your job is to dwell in the end, to live from the state of wealth, not towards it. The bridge of incidents will unfold. The doors will open. The people will appear. But only after you have assumed the feeling of already having it. This is not a technique. It is a way of being. It is a reordering of your identity. You no longer see yourself as someone striving for wealth. You see yourself as someone who already has it. And from that state, you think differently, speak differently, move differently. You are no longer a beggar in consciousness. You are a benefactor. You radiate generosity, not lack. You exude confidence, not worry, because you know the truth. I am wealth. I am abundance. I am a millionaire now. And what you are must express itself. The universe has no choice in the matter. It is law. Whatever is accepted as true within the imagination must harden into fact. That's why I say, listen to this every night. Let these words rewire your mind. Let them cleanse the old patterns of lack and poverty. Let them reshape your inner world. Because once your inner world changes, the outer world has no option but to follow. Close your eyes now. Feel it. Not as a hope, but as a knowing. Picture yourself living the life of a millionaire. Not someday now. What does your home look like? How does the air feel? What kind of clothes are you wearing? How do people treat you? What choices do you make from this new state? Can you see the bank statements, the balance rising each day? Can you feel the security, the peace, the freedom. Most importantly, can you feel the gratitude? Because gratitude is the natural response of the fulfilled state. You don't give thanks because you're trying to get something. You give thanks because you already received it in consciousness. And the world must catch up. It always does. It is only a matter of time. The moment you say, I am a millionaire, and feel it as though it were real, you start the chain reaction. The wheels turn. The universe responds. Yes, the doubts will come. The senses will scream the opposite. But that's when you remain faithful. That's when you choose to believe the unseen over the seen. That's when you walk by faith, not by sight. Because you are not manifesting from willpower. You are manifesting from identity. And identity always wins. You cannot rise above your concept of self. Change the concept, and everything else must follow. So tonight, as you fall asleep, do not fall asleep in lack. Fall asleep in luxury. See yourself surrounded by beauty, comfort, and ease. Hear the sound of money flowing to you from expected and unexpected sources. Feel the weight of the wallet in your pocket, the abundance in your life. Drift into sleep as a millionaire, and you will rise as one. This is not about arrogance. It is about alignment. You are not forcing the universe. You are aligning with it. You are not taking anything from anyone. You are allowing the infinite abundance of creation to express itself through you. There is more than enough for all. And the more you accept for yourself, the more you bless the world with your abundance. A millionaire consciousness is not selfish. It is expansive, generous, and creative. Say it again. I am a millionaire. Feel how it shifts your body. Feel how your breathing deepens. Your heart softens. That is your true state. That is your home. And the more you return to it, the more natural it becomes. Eventually you won't need to affirm it. You'll simply know it. And that knowing will change everything. Wealth is not a thing. It is a vibration. It is a state of being. When you enter that state, everything you need flows to you effortlessly. Opportunities, ideas, people all appear in harmony with your assumption. So let others chase money. Let others worry and strive. You rest. You assume. You dwell in the end. And you allow the law to do its perfect work. You have no competition. You are not late. You are not behind. You are simply awakening to what has always been yours. The kingdom of heaven is within. And in that kingdom you are rich, loved, safe, and free. You don't have to earn it. You don't have to prove anything. You simply accept it. Listen to this every night. Let it dissolve the old self, the fearful self, the doubting self. Let it birth the new man, the confident, abundant, radiant self that you were always meant to be. That self already exists. You are not creating it. You are uncovering it. And once you do, the world becomes a mirror of your inner wealth. No longer will you look outside for validation. No longer will you live in fear of bills or lack. You will walk through life with a quiet certainty, a sacred ease. You will see wealth not as something out there but as something in you, expressing itself all around you. That is the true secret. That is the final mystery. So tonight and every night, say it with me. I am a millionaire. I am wealthy now. I am abundance in form. Everything I touch prospers. Everything I desire flows to me. I do not chase, I attract. I do not struggle, I receive. I do not wish, I am. And as you repeat these words, feel them anchored deep within. Feel them ripple through your body, your heart, your cells. Because these are not just affirmations. They are activations. They are remembrances of your divine inheritance. And once you accept them, truly accept them, your world must change. It is not a matter of if, it is a matter of when. And the when is entirely up to you. The more often you return to this state, the faster it appears. So make it a practice. Make it a habit. Make it your home. You are a millionaire, not because of what you have, but because of what you are. And the world is already responding to your new assumption. Watch, feel, allow. And never forget, imagination creates reality. Assume the feeling of the wish fulfilled, and let wealth flow to you like water to the sea. You may wonder how long it takes for this assumption to bear fruit. The answer is as long as you continue to believe in it. Some will see changes in a day, some in a week, and others over time. But the moment you abandon the assumption, you halt the process. So you persist, not with tension or anxiety, but with relaxed confidence, as one who knows the seed has already been planted, and the harvest is inevitable. Each night, as you return to this sacred declaration, I am a millionaire, you are watering that seed. Each time you refuse to be moved by temporary appearances, you are strengthening its roots. Each moment you choose to dwell in the end rather than the means, you are building a bridge to your new reality. This is the great secret the sages, mystics, and visionaries knew, that reality is not solid, not fixed. It bends, it molds, it reshapes itself according to your inner conviction. And so with every repetition of this truth, you carve a new path in your mind. You begin to expect wealth. You begin to feel worthy of luxury, of ease, of beauty. And because you feel it, you allow it. You stop sabotaging it. You stop rejecting it with your thoughts of unworthiness. You simply receive it, for it was always waiting for your permission to arrive. You are not here to struggle. You are here to remember. And when you remember who you truly are, lack disappears. Doubt vanishes. Effort becomes joy. Because now you are moving from your center, from the infinite wellspring of power within you. And from this center you declare, I am a millionaire. Wealth belongs to me. I am the source of all abundance. You do not say these things to impress others. You say them to awaken yourself. You say them until the sound becomes silence, and the silence becomes knowing. This is the inner alchemy, the transformation of identity. You will know it is working when your reactions change. When you walk into a store and no longer think, can I afford this? But instead, do I desire this? You will know it is working when you begin to feel joy in the success of others, because you know abundance is not limited, it is infinite. And what blesses one blesses all. This is your new reality, a life of financial freedom, ease, and creation. Not because you chased it, but because you aligned with it. You did not work to become a millionaire. You assumed you were one, and that assumption reorganized your entire world. This is the divine mystery made simple. This is the promise. According to your faith, be it unto you. So let it be done. Let the words settle deeply. Let them become the background music of your life. You need not strain. You need only to feel, to know, to rest in the truth that what you seek you already are. And as you rise tomorrow, you will rise not as one who is seeking, but as one who is found. As one who knows that the universe is already conspiring in your favor, that everything is lining up, that everything is falling into place, because you believed, because you remembered, because you declared again and again, I am a millionaire now. As this truth takes deeper root within you, your senses begin to attune to new realities. You start noticing synchronicities, people speaking about opportunities, sudden ideas that seem to come from nowhere, invitations that lead to expansion. These are not coincidences. These are the visible signs that the unseen world is shifting around you, responding to the vibration you have chosen to hold. Because every time you affirm, I am a millionaire, you are sending out a signal, clear, unwavering, magnetic. Money flows not to those who chase it, but to those who radiate its frequency. And you do that not by effort, but by being. Your new beingness carries an energy, a presence, a tone that the world recognizes. You become like a tuning fork. Whatever is in resonance with your state of wealth begins to show up, effortlessly, naturally, consistently. And what is not in resonance simply fades away. You no longer need to fight circumstances. You transcend them. Can you feel the shift? That subtle, silent awareness that something has already changed. You may still be in the same room, on the same bed, surrounded by the same objects, but your state is different. And that is everything, because the state determines the outcome. The state is the cause. The state is the key. You have moved from a state of lack to a state of abundance, from needing to knowing, from wishing to fulfillment. You are not hoping the money comes. You are allowing it. You are not asking for wealth. You are identifying with it. This change is internal, but its effects will be unmistakably external. The world must rearrange itself to match your new assumption. And now each interaction you have, each decision you make, is flavored with this new wealth consciousness. You speak from power. You act from clarity. You give from overflow. There is no fear, because fear has no place in the mind of one who knows their source. There is no doubt, because doubt cannot exist in the presence of true belief. And there is no hesitation, because you are no longer waiting for proof. You are the proof. Even as others question, even as the world tries to tempt you back into smallness, you remain faithful to the feeling. You no longer need their validation. You have your own inner confirmation. You know that the greatest secret of all is to feel the truth before it becomes visible. And now that you do, The results are inevitable. The wealth, the freedom, the luxury, they are not coming. They are already here, making their way to you at this very moment. So you walk differently. You think differently. You make choices from abundance, not from scarcity. You invest in yourself. You act boldly. You dream without limits. And because you do, the universe reflects that same boldness back to you. New streams of income appear. Projects flourish. Connections deepen. The old limitations dissolve like mist in morning light. You are no longer under the illusion that money is hard to come by. You know better now. You know that money is simply energy, and you are the conductor. You know that wealth is not a reward for effort. It is a mirror of belief, and your belief now is unshakable, rooted, calm. It no longer rises and falls with circumstances. It simply is. This is the power of I am. These two words are the name of God in you. Whatever you place after them, you become. And you have chosen wisely. You have chosen to say, I am a millionaire. You have chosen to accept the highest version of yourself. And that choice is sacred. It is final. It is done. You will find now that you no longer chase the manifestations. You enjoy the process. You enjoy the becoming. You enjoy the unfolding, knowing that the destination is already yours. There is a lightness to your spirit, a smile behind your thoughts. You are no longer desperate. You are delighted. You are no longer in need. You are in command. This feeling, this state, becomes your new home. The more you dwell in it, the more real it becomes. And the more real it becomes, the more the outer world matches it. Until one day, you look around and realize what once was imagination is now reality. What once was inner work is now outer abundance. The mansion, the travel, the freedom, it is all here. And it all began with a decision to assume the truth. I am a millionaire. This is the way. This is the path. Not through struggle, not through fear, but through the art of assumption, through the quiet inner conviction that what you imagine you already are. And as you rest in this knowing, night after night, something miraculous happens. Wealth begins to flow to you in ways you never could have planned. You'll begin to notice that money doesn't just come to you through effort. It comes through inspiration. A sudden idea flashes before you, and instead of doubting it, you act on it. You trust it, because you are now operating from the state of a millionaire. And in that state, intuition is your greatest asset. You realize you don't have to force anything. You simply follow the inner nudges, the gentle impulses that arise when you are aligned with your higher self. The people you meet now carry a different energy. They are reflections of your new identity. No longer do you encounter those who reflect limitation or fear. You meet collaborators, allies, mentors, and clients who are in harmony with the frequency you hold. And you'll know, without needing confirmation, that all of it is flowing from your assumption. You don't second guess it. You don't need to analyze or control it. You simply allow it. Because the seed you planted with your I am has taken root, and the harvest is beginning to appear. Even your language shifts. You no longer say, I can't afford that. You say, if I desire it, the means will present themselves. You speak as one who knows their supply is infinite, as one who understands that money is never truly spent. It is circulated, multiplied, and returned. You begin to relate to wealth as a partner, not as a prize. You treat it with love, with respect, with gratitude, and in return, it treats you the same. The more you embody this state, the more magnetic you become, not just to money, but to all forms of abundance. Time begins to open up for you. You're no longer rushing, grinding, or hustling. You're flowing with the rhythm of grace, flowing with the certainty that everything you desire is already done in the unseen, and only making its way into the seen. Now each night, as you close your eyes, you smile, not because something external changed, but because something internal did. You feel it deep in your bones, the sense of fulfillment, of ease, of power. You are not worried. You are not striving. You are simply being the one who already has, being the one who already is. This state becomes your default. And when old thoughts try to creep in, thoughts of fear, of doubt, of lack, you smile again, because you recognize them now as imposters. They no longer hold any power over you. You've seen through the illusion. You've awakened. You know that the only truth is what you claim with your consciousness, and you have claimed abundance. You understand now that it was never about working harder, or being smarter, or doing more. It was always about assuming the right state, because once the state is right, everything else falls into place. And so you bless your past, not because it was perfect, but because it led you here, to this moment, to this awareness, to this knowing, and you begin to speak of your life not as a future hope, but as a present truth. I am a millionaire, you say, not to convince the world, but to remind yourself, to align, to dwell, to live from the end. And the more you dwell in this end, the more your days begin to reflect it. The numbers in your bank account begin to mirror it. The opportunities that show up begin to validate it. And yet by the time they appear, you're no longer surprised, because you expected them. You knew they were coming. That's the beauty of assumption. It makes the extraordinary ordinary. What once seemed out of reach becomes natural, effortless, familiar, and you'll wonder how you ever lived another way, how you ever doubted, how you ever questioned the power of your own mind. This is your reality. Now a life of infinite wealth, flowing not from chance, but from choice, from a single unwavering decision to assume the highest version of yourself, from a nightly return to the sacred truth. I am a millionaire. And now let this truth echo through your soul, not as a mere affirmation, but as your new identity. You are not becoming a millionaire. You are one now. You do not wait for proof. You are the proof. Each night, you return to this inner conviction. You are reshaping your destiny. You are rewriting your future. You are magnetizing wealth, opportunity, and miracles to you, not by force, but by being. Remember, everything begins and ends within. The outer world is only a mirror. And now that your inner world is aligned with abundance, the reflection must change. It has no choice. That is the law. So sleep tonight, not with questions, but with confidence. Not with worry, but with knowing. Not with longing, but with fulfillment. Because the moment you claim it in consciousness, the universe begins to rearrange everything in your favor. You are not small. You are not powerless. You are not waiting. You are the source. You are the cause. You are the millionaire. And so it is.